Uh, Thank you, Dr. Yu. When Dr. Yu asked me to give a talk, I first asked who are the audience, and he told me most of junior undergraduate students. So I decided to talk about something very general. I wish when I was student, undergraduate student, someone will tell me those things. So I figured this out after 20 years. I've been doing research at the university. When I look back, wow, that's all the safety research is coming from. So I want to talk about the U.S. Highway Safety Plan and the management process. So before that, I give a quick introduction, my background. I graduated from Beijing Jiao Tong University in 1993 for undergraduate. My major is railway engineering. And in 1998, I graduated for a PhD in railway engineering. And in 2001, another PhD in transportation engineering from University South Florida. So after I graduated, I have 2-year experience work as a transportation engineer for Parsons Brinkhoff company. But this company has been was bought by another company. Is no more Parsons Brinkhoff. So I also had a 5-year working experience with Carter USF as a senior research associate. And after that, I been working as an assistant associate professor with Southern Illinois University. And in 2013, I moved to Auburn University, Alabama. Started as an associate professor, then 2018 to now as a full professor. So it's about, I would say, since I probably spent about 25 years in China and 25 years in the US. So I kind of have some background in both sides. So for my talk, I like to, these are the things that's objective. I like to give you a very brief overview of the strategy highway safety plan and the transportation safety planning and the highway safety improvement program in the US. And based on those understanding all this planning process, how that can help you develop your safety research program and the research project and the funding. And I also like to talk about some future safety research, the area, and how can you get involved in some TRB committee. So those things, like I said, I wish I know these when I was student, but I spent a lot of time and many years to figure out, okay, this is how you need to do, and to fund a research program and to develop a research project and get involved in the TRB committee. So what is the highway safety planning? Basically, is FHWA, Federal Highway Administration, request state DOT and MPO, Metropolitan Planning Organization, to develop state DOT need to develop a strategic highway plan, and the MPO can develop a specific transportation safety plan. So you know the MPO is a Metropolitan Planning Organization. So every metropolitan area, if you have a population more than 50,000 people and you need an MPO organization, it's basically is develop a long-range, short-range transportation plan and help distribute the federal money to the transportation project. So those are the several examples of the MPO. There are a lot of MPO, Metropolitan Planning Organization in the US. So now I want to talk about what is a transportation safety plan. Transportation safety plan is a comprehensive system-wide multimodal, including not just the traffic and also pedestrian, bicycle. Is a more proactive process that better integrates safety into transportation planning decision making. I know your Southeastern University, you guys have a lot of the expert in the transportation planning area. So the safety plan is I think is a part of this big transportation planning process. So those are some national strategy emphasized area. It's focused on safer driver, safer user, safer vehicle, safer infrastructure, and enhance the emergency medical service, improve the safety management data process. So I'll give you an example. Birmingham is one of the largest city in Alabama. Birmingham MPO developed the safety plan. They focus on behavior safety. Is a major focus is to improve driver behavior on the regional roadway. So this is the fancy driving simulator lab developed based on that plan in the University Alabama, Birmingham. The second is about the strategy highway safety plan. This plan usually developed by state DOT for 4 or 5 years. Every 4 or 5 years need update. This is a methodology for developing. You need a crash data, and also select a crash hotspot, identify countermeasures, determine evaluation indicator, and develop a 4E solution. This is typical the 4E approach: engineering, enforcement, education, emergency response. So a lot of people know 3E, but emergency response is also a very important one. So here I give you an example, California strategic highway safety plan. So the overall goal is toward 0 deaths, but we know that's a vision, zero vision. Is that this has been adopted by a lot of nations. So the specific objective for the California is they like to reach the goal is reduce 3% per year reduction for number and the rate of fatality, 1.5% per year reduction for number and the rate of severe injury. So that's you look at the goal and the objective for the California. So for Alabama state, Alabama also developed the strategic highway safety plan. You see the picture, that's a document. So the last one I think they have is July 2017, and it's about time to renew the strategic highway safety plan. Like I mentioned, in this plan, they also include the driver behavior, distraction driver behavior. So that LDOT actually spent a lot of money invest in that driving simulator study at the University of Alabama. They did a lot of the study training for the teenage drive, district driving, how unsafe is that. So that's based on this plan, statewide plan. And you see how the plan linked to the university research. So another one, based on this plan, and if you only have a plan, there's no funding, no money to implement the plan. So the plan is basically useless, right? So the FHWA actually has a program called a Highway Safety Improvement Program. And this program has a budget about $20 billion US dollar per year. And this money is going to distribute to all the state DOT, and they use the money to do all the improvements. Actually have a project for improvement. For example, in Alabama, they recently used that money to change intersection, build a roundabout, because roundabout can reduce fatal crash. So that's a federal money plan, and that can be used to implement some safety project, actually to reach the goal to reduce the traffic fatality and the traffic crash on the roadway. Okay. So this is one example Alabama practice. Alabama actually used that highway safety improvement program. There's one important program called LTAP, is a Local Transportation Technical Assistance Program. So you can imagine if the university developed a lot of research, but how can this be implemented? So for example, I did a lot of research on wrong-way driving and all the models and the stuff, but how people knows how to use that? Because you need that local people, maintenance people, they understand that they can implement, use your research results. So LTAP is a program, they provide a lot of training and technical support. So every month you see the training program, and the local engineer, city county engineer can come to learn what is a new practice and a new approach, new method can improve safety. So now for the highway safety management process, in the highway safety manual, I think most of you probably know what is highway safety manual. It's very similar like highway capacity manual. So highway safety manual 2010 has a first edition. You look the part A, part B, part C, part D. Part C and part D is mainly predictive model. Part D is a lot of CMF, crash modification factor. So in the part B introduced roadway safety management process. And this part actually include how you can see the highway safety management process include this circle process from network screening, diagnosis, countermeasure selection, economic appraisal, prioritization, safety evaluation. So this is like a circle, and the researcher you can help with any step of this process. For example, if you develop a model, help network screening, or you develop a research paper to evaluate one of countermeasures, then can help them to select right countermeasures. So this is how the research is going to help in it's going to help this highway safety management process. So here is everything I talk about so far is about planning, the ways of funding, and how these connect after you understand all this planning process and the ways highway safety improvement program, where the money come from, and this can help you conduct your traffic safety research. So a lot of traffic safety research is performed by university and research institute, like Carter at the USF is a research institute, and some large one, the TTI is a research institute and consulting firm, and those research question and the funding source are very close related to the highway safety planning area. I give an example. University of Alabama, Birmingham received a lot of money for driving simulator study because they put that in the state strategy highway safety plan. Okay. So now I want to give you a little bit based on my own experience from 2013 to now is about 9 years. This is a research, some research example I did. One latest one is NCHRP 01135, wrong-way driving solution policy guidance. This is funded by TRB, and that's a $600,000 4-year project. That's still ongoing, and that one is going to develop a national handbook to develop the policy guidance, the solution to reduce wrong-way driving crash. So that's one of the example comprehensive study on the safety area. And also the second one is still ongoing. I'm working on the project funded by California DOT, and it's basically to study what kind of the enhanced traffic control device can communicate with the drunk driver. So we have to recruit 30 participants and give them alcohol, make them drunk, and then put them on the driving simulator, and to see how they react to different flashing sign, wrong way sign, and enhanced wrong way sign. So that's another thing we doing basically help Caltrain to understand and what enhanced feature can alert drunk driver, because we found over 60-70% the wrong way driving crash is caused by drunk driver. So the anything countermeasures you developed should be affect drunk driver. So that involve a lot of human factor driving simulator. So I work together with a psychology professor on that, how to do the experiment, the lab experiment. So some other research you can see that also I did some low cost safety countermeasures. We did the field implement and do the evaluation. This is more like to evaluate the countermeasures for the LDOT. Some naturalistic driving study use the data. How can that data improve the highway design, geometry design, or intersection design? So other things, I think I have a lot of different projects from DLT and from UTC, from other source. So I don't want to go through every one of those. So I look at all my findings in the safety area. I looked at probably 15% is from the national, from NCHRP, American Traffic Safety Service Association, and then 75% from state DOT. Like I've been working for 4 state DOT: Alabama DOT, Florida DOT, Illinois DOT, and California Caltrans. And 9% of my research funding from UTC, University Transportation Center, like Auburn University, University of South Florida, and Southern Illinois University. Only a small portion, like 1%, is a local transportation consulting firm. So, and also when you look the distribution of fundings in a different topic, actually I received a larger amount for the training and education side. The second one is safety evaluation. The comprehensive study is third one, and the network screening, diagnosis, countermeasures selection, economic appraisal. So you see, every step we have some kind of research project going on to help all the road highway safety management process. And I hope all the results, some of these tools, models we developed, will be applied for solving some practical problem. For the publication, is a little bit different. I only have a small 5% on the training education. The 28% for if safety effectiveness evaluation, that's a large smart one. Or diagnosis, 35%, network screening, 23%. And the economic appraisal, 3%, countermeasure selection, 6%. That's how the publication distribute. So give an example for diagnosis. For example, the paper, multiple corresponding analysis, wrong way driving, fatal crash on freeway. That paper is basically help to identify what are the key contributing factor to wrong way driving, fatal crash. So for network screening, I developed a lot of models. For example, modeling risk wrong way driving entry at exit ramps of 4-diamond interchange. So this is a model can help to find the high risk location in terms of wrong way driving at the 4-diamond interchange. So that can help to a network screening process. So summary, here I want to mention the most of the safety research work. I look back, I found that they were conducted under the framework of highway safety strategy plan and highway safety management process. Very in general, both state DOT and the FHWA funded research project, they place more emphasis on the implementation of the results. So Then next, I want to talk about some future. I would say the research area is mostly my interest area. Is not necessarily future for everybody. It's just some future research I like to focus on. Is first the highway safety manual. There's a lot of things you can do for the highway safety manual. You can calibrate the highway safety manual method for your state, or you can develop a predictive model, and you can develop a CMF factor. There's a lot of things can do for the highway safety manual, and you can develop a data-driven road safety management process method, develop a data-driven network screening tool, and the effectiveness evaluation, or using the naturalistic driving behavior data to do some safety performance evaluation, like hard braking and the speed trajectory. And you can study how driver behavior at the stop sign or on the curve and things like that. The next one is a traffic control device, evaluate new traffic control device. Now, I don't know in China, but in US, we have a lot of the LED flashing on the stop sign, wrong way sign, but how effective they are still need more research to confirm how effective they are. And the geometry design is also my interest area, and now the new 8th edition Architect Green Book is under development. So they are now shift to the driver behavior and the safety performance based on the geometry design. So if you design the intersection this way, and what is the safety benefit? For example, if you add a left turn lane at the right turn lane, and what is the safety benefit for that? Roadside safety design include the guardrail, and other things. If someone run off road, make sure they won't killed by roadside device, so roadside barrier, or lighting pole, or the bridge pier, or steep slope. And last one is access management, safety impact. So I like to talk about it because every of this research area kind of connect with TRB committee. So TRB committee actually is very, every time I attend the TRB meeting, I spend most of the time with the committee meeting. But I will say my first 10 years go to TRB, I spend most of the time to attend the section, the poster. But now I spend most of the time with committee, because committee is the real problem. They help identify research needs, what kind of research need to be done. And also they stimulate need research, so they can disseminate the research results. They can also identify, share the best practice, and also facilitate adoption the research into practice. So the committee, you look the committee member, not a lot from university and a lot from the state department of transportation, a lot of practitioners, and they know what they need. They know their job, or what kind of research can be implemented, how can make that useful, convert the research to a practice. So these are some standing research committee traffic control device. I'm now serving as a committee member for that traffic control device. So this committee deal with a lot of everything: traffic control device, material, installation, operation, maintenance, service life, human factor, and the safety effects of all these device. So the next one is the Access Management Committee. I served this committee for 9 years. I finished all the 9 years with this committee last year. So and the next one is about traffic safety management system, and this one includes all the things I'm talking about: the network screening and the countermeasures effectiveness, and a lot of this step will include in this committee. The next one is basically safety performance analysis. This is big committee, and this committee deal with a lot of highway safety manual research needs. So the geometry design is also a big committee. It's deal with all the Architectural Green Book related geometry design, left-hand and right-hand lens side distance, all these kind of things. Design control factor. Roadside safety design deal with all the barriers, anything on roadside, cable barrier, and all kinds of things on the roadside to prevent, reduce the severity of roadway departure crash. The last one is a human factor of infrastructure design and operation. This committee kind of relatively new, and is trying to help to use the human factor approach to help infrastructure design and operation. So I've been involved all this committee to different extent, different levels. So I just feel this is a place I typically go to during my TRP visit, and I feel I learned a lot from all the committee meeting. What is the research needs and how things goes. What is future research? So other things I want to talk about is there are other organizations do the research on the safety. There's one important one is NHTSA, is the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. And this organization is mainly focused on safer car, like autonomous vehicle. They also do the crash testing, a lot of things, anything related to the car, seatbelt and airbag, all the sensor and the connected vehicle and all these kind of things is they deal with a lot of this kind of research related to the vehicle, safer vehicle. Okay. This is another organization I involved a lot over the last 10 years, American Traffic Safety Service Association. And this association, their majority member, they are private company, like 3M is a big part of this organization, because 3M, they sell a lot of pavement marking material. So a lot of private company that you go to, they make a lot of new product, They also very active with the TRB. There's one thing I want to point out here is every year they have a traffic control device student challenge. So they will invite from high school, college, graduate student to develop new ideas for the traffic control device. And every year, this year is improve the vulnerable road user, is mainly pedestrian, bicycle. What kind of traffic control device you can help improve safety for the pedestrian and the bicycle. And the next one, the last one, I will say the organization is ITE. ITE member is mainly for the consulting firm, the people consulting firm, and also DOT. The majority there's a private consulting doing the highway design. They do a lot of research. They have a safety council. So they do like road safety audit, assessment, safety data analysis, intersection design, roundabout, access management, also road departure crash, pedestrian safety, bicycle, older, younger driver, automatic enforcement, school-related safety, work zone safety, highway railway grade crossing, human factor, federal, state, local safety program. They also do the international practice, global road safety initiatives, and the driver public education. So that's very, very comprehensive for the safety council. So I believe that's all I have. I may finish, I said I've tried to finish everything very quick pace.